The Ethereum merge is upon us. This doesn't mean that this is very, very bullish news. This could turn into a selling situation, and actually, I am currently short the market, and I'll continue short the market if we continue to go up. There's something called buy the rumor, sell the news. We already know that the merge is about to drop in 2 days and 19 hours, is already priced into the market, and I think we're potentially going to start selling off as soon as we actually go live on the Ethereum merge proof of stake system. Let's get into the charts, and I'll show you exactly what I'm thinking. Hey guys, Fous here. Welcome to the channel. I've been trading for nearly 20 years. I was 17 years deep in the stock market. I made millions of dollars. Recently, I switched full-time to crypto. I turned 20K into 1.7 million in just over a year. And also recently, I just started trading forex and took 70,000 into 250,000 in just 6 months. So I've been doing this a lot of time. I know how to make money trading. So with that said, I'd love to help you guys to kickstart your trading career. I'm going to give away $100 USDT in every video. All you got to do is hit that subscribe button and then comment below and say, hey Fous, I just subscribed. We'll pick a lucky winner every single video. All you got to do again, hit subscribe and post a comment. Let's get to the video. All right, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Fous here again. This is not financial advice, just me using some things that are stuck up here after placing my first trade in 2005, and I've been doing it 24/7, 365 ever since then. So I've learned a few things out of my successes and failures about what goes on in the market and how to protect yourself so you can try to survive, because most of the reason why people lose money in the markets because they make stupid decisions that, inhibits their ability just to simply survive in the market, right? For the most part, this game isn't about making money. It's about, can you actually survive without blowing up your account? Let's just take a look at what's going on with Ethereum. And first and foremost, let's just take a look at what's going on with the Ethereum merge. Coinbase actually has a countdown timer. Currently, as of Monday, September 12th, 12:44 p.m. here in Bali, it's 2 days, 19 hours, and 12 minutes to the actual merge. Basically, all this is, guys, is switching from the proof of work to proof of stake, which was basically where you had all these super expensive, power conducive miners, where people would have all these miners in a big vault in some place in like Scandinavia or something to keep them cold to try to make money off of mining Ethereum and Bitcoin, which was very expensive and also had to do with why Ethereum fees were so freaking high. That was proof of work, but we're getting rid of that when it comes to Ethereum. So you can no longer mine Ethereum after this, okay? And Ethereum was the most profitable coin to be mining for many, many years. That's where most people made a lot of money. I was actually looking into it for a while until I realized, oh, you can't even mine after this merge happens. So that's all this is. And then they're going into proof of stake, which is basically like just how I lost $2 million on UST. I basically had it staked in a protocol and was earning interest on that. That's all they're doing now, is making it so you can actually earn 3.28% on your Ethereum at Coinbase. And basically, now that you have this money staked in Ethereum, they're going to use your staked Ethereum as validation for proof of transactions going forward, instead of some computer algorithm going through and solving complicated math problems, and then you get rewarded in Ethereum back. Now you're going to get rewarded Ethereum back based on whatever APY it is, just by simply staking. So a much more cost efficient and effective way to move forward that's also more eco-friendly across the board when we're looking at Ethereum. So that's basically what this news is. That's what the Ethereum merge is a transference from proof of work to proof of stake, which I think is also a good thing, and good thing for crypto in the long run, and as well as good for the environment. Brief interruption from today's sponsor, none other than Binance, the world's largest crypto broker where you can buy, trade, and hold over 600 cryptocurrencies. And in fact, they just started zero fee trading of Ethereum and Bitcoin on the spot exchange. If we go ahead and take a look at coinmarketcap.com, Binance has the highest rating of 9.9 exchange core, which means this is the most trusted broker out there. Behind number 2, Coinbase, which if we look at the 24-hour volume, there's 10.5 billion in trading volume in the last 24 hours versus 1.4 on Coinbase, meaning this is almost 10 times larger than the number 2 exchange out there. On top of that, guys, one of the things that I really like about Binance is they have BUSD. Stablecoins are a little bit crazy, and take it from somebody who just lost $2 million holding UST. BUSD is probably one of the most trusted stablecoins out there, and a place that I would feel a lot more comfortable holding my free capital when it's not in the markets. They also have a very robust platform. This is the spot exchange. They also have the futures trading platform with a bunch of different coins to actually trade. On top of that, they now have the NFT marketplace with a bunch of new artwork and projects that are coming into place, which you can buy and sell all the NFTs on the NFT marketplace here. On top of that, guys, you can earn by staking on Binance. Look at this. Axie Infinity has a 94.6% APR, and you can even hold larger coins like BNB and still earn 12% back on your money. In addition to that, guys, one of the greatest things about being a Binance user is you can get the Binance card. I always see this on Instagram, people using their Binance cards. I want one. I'm jealous. I might have to get one of these days. And last but not least, guys, there is a $600 signing bonus when you sign up for Binance. There's gonna be a link below on how you can do that, on how to complete the bonus tasks and earn up to $600 when you deposit and sign up for Binance. Again, this is for non-US users only. Again, thanks to today's sponsor, Binance, the world's #1 broker. We just saw this massive run on Ethereum leading into the proof of stake to proof of work news, of which we saw a 129% rally. For the most part, I think a lot of this move here was the buy the rumor news here on the merge. A lot of people who are inexperienced are probably thinking, oh man, once the merge comes out, that's when we're going to all new highs on Ethereum, which is probably not likely the case. Obviously, anything can happen. I don't fucking know what's going to happen. I've never known what's going to happen in my 20-year career ever with anything, with any asset. All we can do is look at charts and try to make a calculated risk assessment of what would be the best trading opportunity based on the probabilities of things we know and things we've learned along the way in trading. And one of the things that we've learned a lot of times in trading is buy the rumor, sell the news, right? Whatever news is out there and already existent and everybody knows about it, of which everybody knows about the merge, that's already priced into the market. So that's why it's called buy the rumor, sell the news. Typically, you see people buying into the hype of whatever news is already known about. And then once the news is actually out, there's no more hype left because the news is already out. The event has already happened. And that's why it turns into a sell event, because there's no more hype left behind it. So that's typically a situation. And that's something that could potentially happen here on the announcement of the proof of work to proof of stake on Ethereum. But when we look at the TA of the chart here, guys, we are coming down in this bear channel right here. We had that first test, second test, and now potentially what I think could happen here is we do see a third test of the descending trend here, right? 1, 2, and then potentially a push up into this level, of which we have this very strong resistance here now at 2K, which is also psychological. I definitely think we could potentially get one more push and pump up to that. We're going to hit a double resistance zone of the horizontal and the descending here, and then potentially come back down and retest the ascending trend here. After that, we don't really know what's going to happen, but I do potentially think we're going to continue to push lows across the board in the markets. And I did not get to participate in this latest run on crypto. I was hoping to see Ethereum come back into this now ascending support level. That's why I had the buy zone here. That's what I was telling people in my Telegram. I was like, listen, if we get in that zone, that will be a lot more comfortable area for me to potentially buy. And so I didn't get that opportunity on Ethereum. What I did get the opportunity to buy a similar pattern was US30. Okay. And I did get long in US30 on the same exact pattern that I was looking for in Ethereum, right? So I'm basically trading a lot of different assets and pairs because all of this stuff correlates together. I'm looking at the US stock market, which is what I trade for US30. I'm looking at the dollar index, DXY, and typically if I want to trade the dollar, I'm trading USDJPY. I also trade Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then altcoins. But it all just depends on, of those assets, a lot of them are correlating together and moving inverse to each other, but I'm looking for the one that has the best chart setup. So it doesn't really matter whether I trade US30, USDJPY, Bitcoin, or Ethereum. They're all moving in a very similar fashion. I'm just looking at all four of those assets and picking the one that I find to be the most probable chart setup at any given point in time. US30 for me was the similar pattern that I was looking for on Ethereum, right? Ethereum had the double tap here of ascending support. I had the buy zone. That's where I wanted to buy. It didn't happen on Ethereum, but it did happen on US30. That's why I started buying into US30 right here. I already locked in half of the gains after this push up right here. So I got into US30 right in this zone right here, sold half for profits here. And now I'm still have a long open position on US30. But as you see my chart already illustrating here, I do think we're going to see new lows heading into the end of the year for the US30. I'm also short USDJPY. I got short on this last day of the top here. I started getting short here, picked up a few smaller positions here, but I was potentially getting short all the way up into the 150s. If we look back here on the weekly chart, I wanted to see a more ideal situation is when we spike over a recent high and create a bull trap. That's where I'm way more comfortable in getting short, is if we do break out over a previous high and create a bull trap and then a fake out over that level. As I was looking at here, that's what I wanted to see on USDJPY. So I only have a baby position because I was also preparing for the potential for this to rise above these previous highs from way back in 1997 and then creating a bull trap and then seeing a pullback. But if we just look at this chart right here, there's plenty of room for a pullback. I already made $114,000 on this short-term pullback right here. And now I'm looking for a similar situation, even if it's just a pullback to the Trendex indicator here on the weekly chart, right? We're on a very bullish trend on Trendex here on the weekly scale. So we have one more leg up. I definitely think we can come back down and retest into the Trendex lower range here, which is also a perfect pullback between 61% and 78% on the Fibonacci retracement level. So that would be like a picture perfect pullback here for USDJPY to pull back to 135 to 133 if that happens, okay? And also you can look at the DXY US dollar index also in this ascending trend right here. I definitely think we have room to see a pullback. And you also have to understand that the dollar moves inverse of the US stock market and moves inverse of crypto such as Bitcoin and Ethereum. So if the US dollar is pumping, you're probably going to see US stocks dumping. So if you see US dollars dumping, you're going to see US 30 pumping. So just as we saw this pump right here on US 30, the reason being is because we saw a dump on the US dollar. So everything is all connected here and moving inverse of each other. So you look at one thing to try to understand what's going to happen with the other thing, right? It kind of, I actually don't know if it does here, but it either starts like, right, the first thing you should look at is either the dollar or the DXY index. I haven't really studied too deeply about which one of these triggers the other, but what I do know is that the US stock market is going to be the one to trigger crypto. I look at US 30 as kind of the leading indicator, and I find out what US 30 is doing, and then that gives me a better analysis of like, okay, well, this is where US 30 looks like it could potentially be a dip buy here. So then I'll go look at Bitcoin and be like, okay, if Bitcoin, it looks like a dip buy, but US 30 looks like it's got a shitload more room to run to the downside, then I'll be way less hesitant to buy Bitcoin on the dip due to the fact that US 30 has a lot more downside, because I think that US 30 is the leading indicator here. And whether or not DXY is a leading indicator over the dollar, I need to look into the actual pinpointed time charts here of what starts first before the other one starts to follow. I'm not sure, but I definitely think US 30 is a leading indicator over the crypto market. That's kind of where I am right now. I'm long US 30 at the moment, but I got down in here, so now is not the time to get long the US 30. I'm also short USDJPY, but I shorted the exact basically top here, so I don't think USDJPY is an ideal situation to get in short now. If you want to get the actual alerts of when I'm getting long and short, all of these things, you're gonna need to join the Telegram group. That's when I give you all my buy, sell, shorts, profit targets, and stop loss levels, showing you exactly what I'm trading in real time. Obviously, if you try to copycat these trades, you're fucking stupid. That's not how trading works. It's simply just an illustration so you can see what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. And then after that, if you do understand it, hopefully you've also gone through my courses, which there's also links for below, then you get a better idea. Okay, that's why Cam entered here and exited here. Now I'm gonna look for that similar setup on the next cycle that's coming through, or look for a similar asset that's currently getting ready to form a similar setup, and then I can execute that similar plan on this trade. But to try to copycat someone from trading, I don't believe there's ever been a successful copycat trader in the history of trading that's been able to do it long term. Never copycat trade anybody. It's not how trading works. This is a profession. You need to learn how to become a professional and make those decisions for yourself. So if you're joining the Telegram group thinking you're just going to copycat trades and don't know what the fuck you're doing, just don't join, because it's a waste of your fucking time. But it's going to show you exactly what I'm doing with somebody with 20 years of experience, and then potentially you can learn a lot by watching and then implementing those same things that you learned onto the next trade and the next setups that we're watching and following as we move forward. Let's look at Bitcoin here and Ethereum. Bitcoin mostly right now, because I did just start picking up Bitcoin short today. The merge is coming out in 2 days, in 20 hours, and I do think that we're actually going to see a potential buy the rumor, sell the news event. I'm giving myself a lot of wiggle room here on Bitcoin, but I just started getting in here. Like I said before, I like to see when an asset breaks out over a resistance level, creates a bull trap, and then that turns into a fake out, and that's when I'll start actually shorting into that position. And that's right now exactly what we just got today, right? We have this kind of resistance level on the previous bear flag that broke down. Bitcoin spiked right up into this zone and now spiked over it, of which I picked up about a 30% position on my Bitcoin short. And now I'm looking for a potential pullback and potentially, you know, all the way back down. This could be the potential move all the way down to 9 to 12K, which I've been calling for a while now. Will we get there? I don't fucking know, guys. I'm not psychic, okay? I don't know shit about what anything is gonna do. I'm just trading probabilities. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I stop out for a small loss. That's how trading works. Not predicting, it's reacting to what is happening and setting up risk parameters so that you don't get your ass kicked if you're wrong, so you survive the next day to continue playing, and also survive the next day so that you're not so emotionally damaged by how stupid of a decision you just made that you can wake up emotionless and just be like, okay, yeah, I just lost. No big deal. It's a small loss. didn't work out. Now I'm on to the next trade. Most people lose big, and then that fucks with their head, and they can't wake up the next day and make a rational decision to keep moving forward. They make another stupid decision. They bet even bigger the next time to try to make up for the stupid decision they just made. Don't make big trades because you're going to make stupid decisions, and you're going to need to trade huge to try to recover that, and then that's going to turn into downward spiral, and that's why everybody loses money in trading, because they go through that vicious cycle. I've been there many times. I lost money for 3 years before I ever started making money. I wish I had a mentor like myself that could have taught me a little bit about trading and what to do and what not to do. But here we are. Now that's what I try to help people do with the courses and Telegram group below. So if we look at my Bybit account here, guys, you can see my average entry now is 21,688. I started getting in short right around here, and I added 2 times on this spike here. If we look at the 30-minute chart, that's basically, we just saw a euphoric spike over these highs. Big volume in here. When we do see big volume candles like this on a bull trap, that's usually a pretty good sign of a potential reversal. We spiked out over these previous highs of that bear flag that I was looking at before. I was like, all right, if we spike over this, I'm going to start getting in short here. And we did, sure enough. All I do is set an alert on my TradingView application on my phone. I get an alert that says short Bitcoin, Cam, because we just created a bull trap. Boom. I start getting in, and then I alerted everybody in my Telegram group. And then this is my grid here, right? I barely missed my 4th grid, which would have created another $10,000 short. That would have been a 40% position. So 100% position for me on this would be $100,000. But I'll continue adding up here on Bitcoin upwards as of right now to 24,258. If we look at my chart here, right? I'm preparing for it to go all the way up as high as this. And I don't have a current stop set because we could potentially spike over these highs, and I might even continue to add there. Ideally, I'm looking for this to spike up, retest this ascending channel again, obviously right into the Trendex bearish trend indicator also right here, and then see a continuation down to 9 to 13K, which is the much more heavy support here from the previous levels of 2017 and 2020 back here. That's kind of the long-term outlook. Again, I don't know what's going on in the market at any given time ever. All I do is look for probabilities. I look at charts, I follow them, and we look at charts. Everything that you look at is typically very short term, especially due to the fact that my hold times are probably like on average 1 to 3 days at a time. Then I'm out. Everything I say is very short term. You also got to understand that what I say today could change tomorrow. We have new price action comes out tomorrow. We have new data that comes out tomorrow. We have new news that's going to come out tomorrow. So every day my opinion changes based on what new data is now implemented, what I can now put into my little cookbook of what I'm looking at. And then I create a new recipe based on the new ingredients that were just put into my bowl of goodies. That's how trading works. It's very flip-flop because we're always getting new information every day. The chart changes every day, and you have to react and adapt to that new current situation that we're in. That's the current situation right now. I'm getting short Bitcoin as we push up to here. And so you got to understand that we could definitely keep running up into those levels, and Ethereum isn't at heavy resistance right now. I definitely think Ethereum could potentially come back up and retest this descending trend if we look all the way back here on the weekly bearish trend here. That's currently the situation on the charts. Ethereum merge coming up. So I'm currently short the markets, and I'll continue to add short, but I'm also long the markets here as well because I'm long US 30 as of right now, buying the dip there, and I'm also short USDJPY to continue to drop right now, but I'll be taking my profits here on USDJPY short as well, likely very soon. But anyways, guys, that's a wrap for today's video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.